Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We are now on week 2 of April shower story problems. And from what I saw last week, you guys did awesome. And so I'm kind of here to make it a little bit harder now this week. So let's get started. Before we get started, what are my 3 secret letters that are helping you guys be successful? P, S, and A. That's right. So P stands for problem. S stands for solve, and A stands for answer. So, before we start, we're going to kind of go through what we need to do in each step really quickly. So, for problem, the first thing you need to do is read and visualize your equation. Then you're going to go through and you're going to reread it. And you're going to pull out what the question's asking you. Then you're going to go through it again and you're going to reread it. You're going to pull out the important information you need from the problem, like your numbers, whether you're going to add or subtract. And then the last thing you're going to do is sketch if needed. I like to sketch a lot. It helps me kind of visualize what the problem's asking me. And then the question you're going to ask yourself is, what is the problem asking me? That's what you're trying to figure out. What are you trying to figure out? Okay, so now for solve, you need to do 3 things. The first one is you need to determine what the equation will be. Is it going to be adding, subtracting, which numbers are you using from your word problem, and so on. Then once you figure out what your equation is, you're going to show your strategies. We know so many strategies. You can do base 10, you can do expanded, you could do number lines. We know so many. Then you need to show your thinking. You need to show us those strategies. If you don't show us your thinking, then we probably won't count it for all the points. So then the question you're going to ask yourself is, are my strategies effective and efficient? So are you figuring out the problem in the easiest way, or are you taking 15 billion steps? Because if so, that's too much work, because we want to solve it the easiest way. So that's why I tell you guys PSA. So that gives you right to the equation, right to the answer, the easiest way possible. So for A answer, the first thing you need to do is check your work. So sometimes you plug your answer back into your equation. Then you need to go back to the question and you need to see if, 1, does it make sense? Does your answer make sense with what the question is asking you? And 2, did you use the right information? Sometimes word problems are going to get tricky and give you information you don't need to know. And then the last thing is you need to answer with a label. If you don't label, we don't know what you're answering. Oh, I'm in the way over here. All right, so the question you're going to ask yourself is, did I answer the question? So, or does my answer make sense? Okay, so let's start with our first word problem. So, P problem. The first thing I want to do is read through it. Matthew and Nisha were collecting raindrops. Matthew collected 56 drops in one small bucket, and Nisha collected 38 in another. They accidentally spilled 29 raindrops. How many raindrops are left? Okay, so I've read through my problem. Now I'm going to read through it, and I need to figure out what is my question asking me. So let's start. Matthew and Nisha were collecting raindrops. Okay, no question yet. Matthew collected 56 drops in one small bucket, and Nisha collected 38 in another. Okay, still no drops. No question. They accidentally spilled 29 drops. Still no question. How many raindrops are left? Did we get our question yet? How many raindrops are left? Great. That's what our question is asking us to figure out. So now we need to go back through, read it again, and we need to pull out our important information. So Matthew and Nisha were collecting raindrops. Okay, that's great. Matthew collected 56 drops in one small bucket, and Nisha collected 38 in another. They accidentally spilled 29 raindrops. Okay, so where is the important information? 56 drops. That's important. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to draw Matthew's bucket because he collected 56. Okay, then my other number is 38. So Nisha collected 38 raindrops in another bucket. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. And then they accidentally spilled. Now, spilled is a big word here because that's telling us what happened. So if they spilled it, what happened there? Yeah, it dumped out of the bucket. So here I am, I'm going to draw my spilled raindrops. And I've got 29 raindrops in that puddle. Okay, so now let's go through and we need to figure out, is this going to be a one-step or a two-step equation? So if I know that I have 56 drops from Matthew and 38 drops from Nisha, and then I spilled 29. So our first step would be to figure out how many drops in all did we have? How many drops did Matthew and Nisha have all together? Our second step would then be the spilled drops. So this is going to be a two-step equation. So let's start with our first one. So our first step, like I said, was to figure out how many raindrops we had in all. So we're going to put Matthew's 56 and Nisha's 38 drops. Are we going to add them or subtract them? Yeah, we're going to add them. So go ahead and we're going to add our equation. Now I'm going to do expanded form. 56 equals 50 plus 6. 38 equals 30 plus 8. Remember, we always start with our ones. What is 6 plus 8? 14. So I'm going to keep my 4 and I'm going to carry my 10. Bring down your plus sign. 10 plus 50 is 60. 60 plus 30 is 90. Good job. Now bring down your equal sign. What's 90 plus 4? 94. So are we done? No, because this is a two-step equation. So now I need to bring over my 94 raindrops in all. But what happened? Remember, we spilled 29 of them. So here's my puddle of 29 raindrops. So if I started with 94 and I accidentally spilled them, am I getting more? Am I adding? Or am I getting less? Am I subtracting? Yeah, I'm subtracting. So I'm going to do 94 minus 29. And let's do standard form. So 4 minus 9, can we do that? No. More on the floor, we must borrow from next door. 9 now becomes 8, and we give that 10 to our ones. So 4 plus 10 is now 14. Now we can do it. What's 14 minus 9? 5. And what's 8 minus 2? 6. So our answer is 65. How'd you do? Okay, so now we've done problem, we've done solve. We need to check our answer. So I'm going to go back up to my question, and it's asking me how many raindrops are left. So that told me I had to subtract at some point, which I subtracted in step 2. So far that makes sense. If I started with 94 total and I subtracted 29, I got a smaller number, 65. So that makes sense. So my answer is 65, and remember, we must label. 65 raindrops. Don't forget that label. That's one thing I saw missing from last week, was quite a few people forgot the label. All right, let's start with problem number 2. So remember, you can do this one on your own and come back and walk through it with us, or you can do it with me. So there were 42 striped umbrellas and 39 polka dotted umbrellas in Weatherstone's Lost and Found. Nico came and claimed 27 of them. How many umbrellas were left? Wow, Nico, you needed 27 umbrellas? All right, so let's go back through and let's figure out what is the question asking us. There were 42 striped umbrellas and 39 polka dotted umbrellas in Weatherstone's Lost and Found. Still no question. Nico came and claimed 27 of them. Any question yet? No. How many umbrellas were left? There we go. There's our question. So we need to figure out how many umbrellas were left after Nico came and he claimed 27 of them. So now we're going to go back through, reread it again, and pull out our important information. So there were 42 striped umbrellas. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to sketch because that's the easiest way for me to visualize our story problem. Now remember, when sketching, it's just a quick draw so that you can understand it. So here's my very great 42 striped umbrellas. Now I know we have 39 polka dotted umbrellas. So I'm going to draw 39 polka dotted umbrellas. And then I know that Nico came and he claimed 27 of them. What does that mean by he claimed 27 of them? Yeah, he took 27 umbrellas. So here's me drawing Nico taking 27 umbrellas in a bucket. All right. So let's go through and we need to figure out, is this one step or two steps? I'm going to say it's 2 steps. Did you say it was 2 steps? Yeah, because we need to figure out first, how many umbrellas did Weatherstone's Lost and Found have in all? Then our second step is to figure out how many were left after Nico took them. Okay, so now in step 1, we are going to add our umbrellas. So we know that we have 42 striped umbrellas and we have 39 polka dotted umbrellas. So let's start with our ones. 2 plus 9 is 11. Put our 1, carry our 10. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay. So now we know that Weatherstone had 81 umbrellas in all in the Lost and Found. But Nico came, so there he is, and he's going to take how many? 27 umbrellas. So if we started with 81 and Nico's going to take 27 away, are we going to add or are we going to subtract? Yeah, we're going to subtract. So let's go ahead and let's do our equation. 81 minus 27. And let's start with, let's do expanded. 81 equals 80 plus 1, and 27 equals 20 plus 7. So I know, can I do 1 minus 7? No. So I'm going to borrow 10 from next door. So 80 becomes 70, and 1 becomes 11. So 11 minus 7, we can do that. And that is 4. Bring down our plus. Now we move to our tens. 70 minus 20 is 50. Bring down our equals, and let's add those two together. 50 plus 4 equals 54. So now we've figured out our problem, we've solved it, now we need to check our answer. So let's plug it back into our question. How many umbrellas were left? So if we started off with 81 umbrellas in all and Nico took 27, 54 is a smaller number, right? And if you have the time and space, you could make an equation, 54 plus 27. And what should that give you? 81. So our answer is 54, and don't forget your labels. 54 umbrellas. So, how'd you do? Good. Okay, we're going to move on to our last question now. And remember with this last question that you can solve it on your own, or, well, actually, I want you to solve it on your own. So go ahead and you're going to pause me now. And when you come back, I'm going to just show you my work. So I'm not going to walk through you step by step. This time I'm just going to show you my work. So go ahead and pause me now. Okay, how'd you do? If you got the same answer as me, awesome. If not, then I want you to go ahead and look at my work